Yes.
In the Kurukshetra war, all the kings were killed.
Sorry?
In the Kurukshetra war,
Kurukshetra war.
all the kings were killed. All the kings were killed.
Yeah.
But we find still before 200 years also, there are so many kings.
That are not considerable. They are not significant kings.
Like
For small kingdom, even for Chennai, there was the Chennai king. Hyderabad also, like that one, Karnataka state. Like that one, they are not significant kings. You understand? Just if you turn off the fan, it is not going to put off instantaneously. That takes some more time. You understand? So the kings, all of a sudden, abruptly we cannot stop. You understand? So the light. Now you see there is no value for the kings. There is no king at all. So that is we cannot consider there were kings like. So many people came and they gone, no, even for India. So many invaded in India. And all gone now. Only the demons are ruling the kingdom. Isn't it? So that's not significant. We cannot consider that point. Yes.
They was someday, they have 1 day is 6 months old. They are
That is the heavenly planets.
only down planets. Their period is more than less than us.
Why you want this one?
Oh, because this Yuga, 17 Yugas for 1 month. I just want to know whether that Yuga is for demons, devas.
You must understand that even the sun rays, they will not penetrate through all that. So that's not going to spread throughout the universe. It will go only to some extent. Even if you go to Nagaloka down, Nagaloka there is no sunrise. If there is no sunrise, there is no question of time. Why we calculate time? As we are having the revolutions, rotations. 1 day, 24 hours. The earth takes 24 hours. Isn't it? That's why there is no time. In Nagaloka, there is no day and night like. It's only dark. So the even sun rays, they cannot penetrate. So such questions and all, it should be beneficial for all. Then it's very nice. These questions are all silly questions. Ask some intelligent questions. Yes. First, if you cannot pass through second class, you cannot go to third class. So you have to buy only first one. Before Bhagavatam also, you should read Bhagavad Gita as it is. When you understand the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, then you have to go for Bhagavatam. Otherwise you cannot go. First Bhagavad Gita. Yes. So why we have this association? You can see the people are peeping there. If they are interested, they can come and join us. Just get. They are going now. All left. Okay. What the question I put?
Oh, you are sorted.
But I not getting. Why we need association? Why we need association? Yes. Why we need association?
To develop faith.
Huh?
To develop faith.
Develop faith on what?
Krishna, on Krishna.
Huh? Why on Krishna? Why? Why more about Krishna consciousness? Why it is so? Why Krishna consciousness? Why not money consciousness? Huh? Why not money consciousness? But everybody is after money, isn't it? So why not money consciousness? Very simple thing. Why we need Krishna consciousness? Why not money consciousness? But we are all money conscious only, isn't it? We are all money conscious. But we say we need Krishna consciousness. Why this type of difference? Why we need Krishna consciousness? We are all
part and parcel of Krishna.
We are all part and parcel of Krishna. Our source is Krishna. That's why we need to be Krishna conscious. Just like the fish needs water, it cannot survive without water. The same way, we cannot be happy without Krishna. We need Krishna. How the fish without water cannot survive, cannot be happy. The same way, we cannot be happy without Krishna, because we are parts and parcels of Krishna. So why we are here in this material world and we are suffering? Why we are here in this material world and we are all suffering?
Unfavorable desires. We have unfavorable desires.
What are the desires? Can you tell with briefly, simplified way?
Enjoy without Krishna.
We want to enjoy without Krishna. We want to be happy without Krishna, which is not possible. That is why we are all brought here in this material world. And that is why we are all suffering. Isn't it? But still, if you behave in the same manner, how we can escape? Is it possible to escape? So everybody, those who want to be happy, they have to accept Krishna, Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, they cannot be happy. They cannot be happy. Isn't it? Whatever may be the thing, to a fish we give, instead of water, we can put him in coconut water, in scent, rose water. Will that fish be happy? So if you earn even millions or billions or trillions of dollars, can we be happy? You know, this I forgot whether it's Ambani or Google. Who is it?
Sundar Pichai.
Bill Gates.
Sundar Pichai. Google Sundar Pichai.
Google, who is the owner of the Google?
Google.
Microsoft or Google?
Microsoft, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
He is the richest man in the world.
Bill Gates story, you know. Once he was in New York airport, the newspaper, the vendor come and he was giving newspapers to everybody and he's getting change. But this Bill Gates told that, I'm sorry, I cannot get the paper because I don't have change. So the boy gave freely, you can take the paper free of cost. So it's so happened that even second time, the same thing happened. He was there in the airport and he does not have the change, and the boy came and he gave freely. And so it so happened even for the third time, Bill Gates was there, and the boy gone there, he was giving the book. Then he was giving the change that time. He told that, no, this time also I do not want to take change from you. I want to give you more than this money. And then he told that one, I want to give charity to use something. Extra money, that's as charity. Then the boy told, it's okay, you can give charity as you like, but the charity what I have given you, you cannot repay. And without having any money, I gave you charity. Having you so much money, you want to give me charity. That charity, this charity, you can compare that one, is incomparable at all. Then only Bill Gates also realized the value of the money. Actually, the money has no value. Isn't it? The value is for only the mind, consciousness, not the intelligence you are. With intelligence you may earn so much money, but without your good consciousness you cannot win your own mind. So that's the great thing about Bill Gates also. So we have to understand how best we can control our mind. You can use our intelligence. That intelligence you can earn so much name, fame, wealth, strength, but you cannot get the love of God. Anything we can get, but we cannot get love of God. So how to get the love of God? Money also not necessary to get the love of God. Intelligence also not. Strength. How we can please Krishna? How we can get the love of God? How to serve Krishna? Everybody is telling serving Krishna. Everybody, those who are coming to a temple, they all can claim that they are serving Krishna. Serving Krishna is okay, but what the result to be?
Please.
What is the result to be?
You have to please him.
If Krishna accepts our service, if Krishna is satisfied with our service, then the service is complete. Otherwise not. We may think that I serve Krishna, but if Krishna does not accept that service, what is the use? So how the thing to be done? How we can please Krishna? How we can please Krishna? ఈ తెలుగులో చెప్తున్నారు అనుకో. How we can please Krishna?
Chanting the Mahamantra.
Chanting, everybody is claiming that they are chanting. How to? If they are not pleasing Krishna, what they are doing with Krishna? If one is not pleasing Krishna, then what he is doing with Krishna? No, I have no idea. He is becoming competitor. If he is not pleasing Krishna, he becomes competitor. Isn't it? So how to win Krishna? How to please Krishna? Most of us, we are all competitors of Krishna. I am better than you, Krishna. My intelligence is better than you, Krishna. I can do without you, Krishna. So how to win Krishna's mind, Krishna's heart? Yes? By surrendering means what? Surrendering the vague word. You say, I surrender you.
Fair.
No, that's also not.
Favorably serving. Favorably serve.
Favorable also vague word, it's not very clear how one can try to please Krishna. Everybody is spreading, Vivekananda also went to Chicago and he also spread, but no one turned up as a devotee. Huh? Huh? We cannot help ourselves, how can we help others? One cannot help himself.
By serving the servants of Krishna.
Serving and now we can say whether they are pleased or not, that we do not know. What is the enemy of the human being?
Demon.
Huh?
Oh, six.
Enemy, huh?
Six.
What are they?
Kama, Krodha, Lobha.
So if you curb your false ego, your Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Moksha, then you can win Krishna. This is very, very nicely, clearly, directly, Krishna proved it through his parents. Who are his parents? Krishna's parents. He proved that one. Krishna's parents.
Devaki Vasudeva.
Devaki Vasudeva. They were present by Kamsa. But they know that eighth issue will be Krishna, to get Krishna. Eighth issue is the Krishna. To get Krishna, they had to sacrifice 6 children. Isn't it? First the 6 children they sacrificed. The 6 are symbolized as Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Moksha. Unless we don't sacrifice them, we cannot get Krishna. Of course, 7th is aborted, the transfer to Rohini's womb. So the next one is the Krishna, 8th issue. To get Krishna, we have to sacrifice our Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Moksha. Otherwise we cannot get Krishna, love of God. Isn't it? So this is the secret. Cannot become competitor of Krishna. Then only it is possible. We can get Krishna. So how to curb all these unwanted 6 enemies? How we can do that one? How we can do? By our good sadhana. The sadhana, the very first step in sadhana is
hearing and chanting and hearing.
Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's very, very important. How best we can chant, how best we can pronounce, how best we hear. So this is the sadhana, very first step. Second one, second step, following the 4 regulatory principles, strictly follow in the 4 regulatory principles. The third main point is,
Authority.
Following the authority. That's also little distance, very close on our side, on our own. Accepting only that is offered to Krishna as prasadam. This is within our side, on our own. Accepting prasada, which is offered to Krishna first. We cannot take anything that's not offered to Krishna. These are very, very main points, these 3. Then we can please Krishna. By chanting, our mind is cleansed. Once the mind is cleansed, one by one we will understand how to rectify them. So chanting is not, the beginning and the end is the same one. There are so many processes, so many ways we are cleansing our heart. So that and all we have to be updated timely. Daily or mechanically chanting means gone. Mechanical chanting will not help to cleanse the mind. So very, very attentive chanting is important. Otherwise that's not going to help us. Isn't it? The next comes following the authority, rules and regulations, reading the books written by only devotees. That was Adav Shraddha. First of all, we should have the faith also. Then automatically one by one it comes. Isn't it? So, how best we are chanting Hare Krishna. This is very, very important. Everybody, they grant themselves that I have finished my rounds today. But that may not help a person. How to justify himself? By doing chanting, how best you can justify yourselves that you have done very nicely. How you can justify yourself? Even the parrot, parrot can also chant more and more. If you teach something to a parrot, the parrot also keep repeating the same thing. That's the thing even the parrot also does. So you want to be like parrot? There should be some change. In parrot we can't find any changes. But we need to have some change as we are keep chanting. We have to purify. Purify means some change. That is most important. Mechanically if you chant there won't be any changes. But daily we will keep chanting, okay, my problem is over, my japa is over, I finished. That's not the thing actually. What all the anarthas, unwanted things is there, we have to drive out. That we have to sing. We have to culminate what are the good things, favorable. That also is important at the same time.
Change, how to?
Change?
How to identify the change, Prabhu? Because 6 enemies need to go away, right? It is not going away. So the change, suddenly it doesn't happen. Slowly.
It takes some time.
So,
Even you cannot become expert by birth. You have to go on practicing. By practicing you will become expert. Isn't it?
so change, one day it will go. One day I chanted something.
How frequently you put your effort, that fast you can be, you can advance. That's also good.
But what is Nishtha, Prabhu? Nishtha.
Nishtha.
Strong faith means what? Prabhu?
Nishtha means anybody comes and disturb you, you will never get disturbed. You will never get disturbed. Suppose somebody comes and asks you, if you come to join our organization, we'll give you 3 crore rupees. Then you say, 3 crore rupees I cannot earn in my lifetime. Better this is the golden opportunity. Krishna has sent this opportunity for me. Why should I forego it? let me grab it. Huh? Your nishta is gone. Huh? Isn't it? So that's the point. Maya Devi acts like that one. Why you are wasting your time like this one? At once you can get all these things. Come. Maya very, very nicely changes your mind. If you keep chanting, you will not get disturbed. Otherwise your nishta is gone, forshaken. Yes. Anyone? Yes.
In one place Krishna is telling lust is the greatest enemy.
Which one?
In one
Lust.
in other places you find the ego one has to go beyond the ego like that. Which is actually the real enemy.
First of all, you should know ego is yourself or lust is yourself. Who are your ego or your lust?
Ego.
Huh?
Ego.
Let him answer. You yourself is ego or lust? Ego. Ego is very, very difficult to curb. You cannot give up ego that much easily. Lust also you can tolerate, that's not big thing. You understand? But ego is very, very difficult. Isn't it? In some cases, the lust, you can suppress lust. But ego, it's very, very difficult to suppress. So according to the context, Krishna must have spoken these things. So that you have to see the sequence. Lust you can easily curb it, but the false ego is very, very difficult. But both are anarthas, unwanted things. The false ego is most dangerous than lust. Lust is the stick place, but ego is yourself is ego. So that's the very important point to note. In our ISKCON also you can see so many foreigners. They all curb their lust, anger, everything. Isn't it? But it's a little difficult with the false ego. How to curb the false ego? How to curb the false ego? How to give up the false ego?
Sadhana. Sadhana.
Sadhana, it's okay, everybody is doing sadhana. Even better answer than that.
Serving the Vaishnavas.
Serving. We have to serve others. We have to think they are better than me. That's why I am serving you. I am serving you. So while serving others, great souls, we can curb our false ego. Otherwise it's very, very difficult. So anything? Yes, Prabhu, why don't you ask something? Why everything looks like new, then?
Grihasthashram, how to actually manage the conflict of interest.
Conflict, in Krishna consciousness there is no conflict. When you are out of Krishna consciousness, at every step there is conflict. In a pond, if you drop a stone in one place, and another place if you drop one more stone, the waves, they only conflict. If you drop both the stones in one place, there is no conflict. The repulsions and all will be high altitude, this will be very high. The cooperation is very nice, that's why the waves look bigger. No conflict at all. So in Grihasthashram, the two souls having different opinions, different conclusions, different ideas, different false egos, then naturally there is conflict. Both are not accepting Krishna. You understand? Our life is two ways. One is leading on our own intelligence. Second one, accepting instructions of Krishna and leading the life. There is conflict means that both are not following the instructions of Krishna. You understand? Vyavasayatmika buddhi, ekehe kurunandana. Only one. If you are determined to follow the instructions of Krishna, both of the couple, there is no conflict. Bahusaka hi anantaksha buddhiya avyavasayana. If they are not cooperatively accepting instructions of Krishna, then there is conflict. That is branched out. So in Grihastha, we cannot lead our life as such on our own intelligence. We should take shelter at the lotus feet of a Vaishnava. You should follow his instructions. That and all depending upon the instructions of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Then the family becomes glorious. That the exemplary for the rest of the world. But anyone does not follow the instruction of Krishna and wants to lead on their own, then there is definitely conflict. Even Krishna will not bestow his mercy upon them. They have to face the consequences of their activities. That's why we accept Guru, even before marriage also. After marriage also we should follow his instructions. Otherwise we are very much facing problems. We cannot escape from that. Krishna will not involve in our affairs. You have to do your activities and you have to face the consequences. So, better to follow the instructor, your guide, your spiritual master, either the Siksha or Diksha Guru. Then your life will be very, very nice, glorious. As such, there is no conflict in Krishna consciousness. There is conflict means it is not Krishna consciousness. That's the thing. Yes, you should bring your family also. It will be very, very nice. Only one side you accept, the other side not willing to means there's a problem. If both accept, then it's very nice. Isn't it? Then the monkey will not get any more bread. The cats are fighting. Monkey comes to give the justification. And both the cats lost the bread and only the monkey Enjoy the bit. We should not fight like that one. Monkey is waiting to enjoy. Huh? Yes, yes.
Initially, we are very serious.
We are very
Serious.
serious.
Because materialists, when they come initially, they see, oh, everything is good, chanting I have to do, like that. After time goes, chanting becomes familiar. Devotees become familiar. Temple becomes familiar. How to avoid that familiarity? Because you said familiarity breeds content. So how to avoid that familiarity?
Familiarity is content. Yeah, isn't it? So if you do something, then you are gaining subtle way, you are enjoying that one. But you cannot enjoy. Instead you have to sacrifice, purify. Purification, sacrifice, both are same at once, in one sense. Instead of sacrifice, you are enjoying means this familiarity develops. Isn't it? Suppose you are a very good singer, you are singing. If you develop devotion through singing, then it's okay. But instead you develop your false ego. I am the best singer, you see. Others are not like me. I am the better than anyone else. Singing is only to please Krishna, but your activities is only for your own pleasure. Then the familiarity comes. You are equal to Krishna now. Krishna, I am better than you. I can please you. We are becoming, Krishna becoming familiar to me. You understand that? But in this sacrifice, purification, we will keep Krishna higher, higher, higher. We don't go higher, higher. We come down lower, lower, lower. Instead of coming lower, lower, we are going higher, higher. I am better, I am this, that, that. We are developing our false ego. Then this problem comes. Yesterday, newcomer, today wants to give lecture because he is MBA holder. Is BE, is a highly educated person. That's not the qualification. How best you are obedient to Krishna, how best you understood Krishna, how best you got the mercy from Krishna, then you can take, you can help others. Not with your qualifications, but with the mercy of Krishna you can do. Not with your own power, intelligence, that and all. Isn't it? That's not going to help others. That's the answer. So, anyone else? So, home also like a temple. In our home, if you want to invite Krishna, you should keep this one, the home, very, very nicely. Cleanliness is
Next to godliness.
next to godliness, isn't it? If our home is not clean, then we cannot, you may have even deity, then that's not a temple. You should maintain the cleanliness. The pujaram is especially for Krishna. As Krishna wants, we have to keep the puja room very, very, very nicely, cleanly. Such as this kitchen. Kitchen is for satisfaction of? Kitchen is for the satisfaction of? Radharani. Everything should be clean. Particularly the sink is there. Now every kitchen has the sink. As long as you are inside the kitchen, you can keep something in the sink. When you come out from your kitchen, you should not leave even single vessel in the sink. That is what Radharani wants. You are working inside the kitchen, you may keep some uncleaned in sink, but when you are coming out, then no vessel should be in the sink. Radharani's expansions. Can anyone tell who are the Radharani's expansions? All the ladies, female goddesses and all Radharani's. In that one particularly Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi's sister. Who is Lakshmi Devi's sister? Moodevi. Another one, Daridra Devata. Daridra. Lakshmi just opposite. Daridra Devata. Whenever there is no Lakshmi, that time the Daridra Devata wants to come inside. Just like wherever there is Krishna, Maya Devi is waiting. If you forget Krishna, Maya comes and occupies. Like that one, as long as you are keeping your kitchen very nicely, Radharani stays, Lakshmi Devi stays. And you come out without cleaning that one, without cleaning the sink clean. You come out, then this Daridra Devata enters your kitchen. You know, the Daridra Devata, it's very, very difficult to drive her out. If Daridra Devata enters one home, it's very, very difficult. Even there's the task for Narada also. Once it so happened, Lakshmi Devi came and Narada was glorifying Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi, you are so nice, everybody likes you. You are helping everyone, this, that and all. So afterwards, the Daridra Devata comes. Then ask Narada, Narada, please tell me, who is beautiful? Me, myself, or my sister Lakshmi? How can Narada tell you are not beautiful? He got very, very trouble situation. He cannot say you are not, your sister only is beautiful, everybody likes her. He cannot say, he doesn't know what answers he is supposed to give. See, he doesn't want to displease her also. So she is telling, no, my dear Narada Muni, you have to tell me, I am so nice, I am so beautiful. Why people, they don't like me? Then Narada told, you are very, very beautiful. She is smiling, oh really, I am very, yes, you are very, very beautiful. When you are going out, and she started going out. Now you are looking very, very beautiful. When you stay, you are not good. When you keep going out, you are. Like that, he is telling, please keep going out, keep going out. You are beautiful, you are good. Says, keep going out. So please understand, not only this one, in some other story also, she is waiting. Which place where there is like this one and all, unclean vessels are there, that she wants to enter. I forgot that devotee name. She is always very, very careful. She doesn't want to leave even single vessel there, uncleaned. And she comes, that is the daily comes and she curses that devotee. What the devotee sees, I want to enter that place, the home. She is not allowing me to enter. I want to see the place, but she is not allowing me. Daily she curses. The devotee daily keeps very, very tidy. So this is the competition between Daridra Devata and devotees also. So this way we have to maintain our temple, our home as a temple. So this is not pleasing Radharani, Krishna. It's only for our pleasure we cannot clean. We have to clean for the pleasure of Krishna and Radha. Then only it's very nice. Isn't it? Anything? At home we cannot fight also. Fighting also the Krishna doesn't like that one. Yes.
Spiritual master body, is it spiritual body? Is it spiritual or material?
It is in fact material, of that there is no doubt. When the material body bereft of material desires, when the material body becomes bereft of material desires, that is spiritualized body. Understand? When that becomes spiritualized, it is worshipable. With material desires, we cannot worship anybody. Even our forefathers, our fathers, mothers, many people they keep and they worship. That's not allowed actually. At least we cannot keep them in the altar. Outside for remembrance you can have memory. Like that one you can keep it, but they are not worshipable. Any body bereft of material desire is worshipable. That's why the spiritual master's body is worshipable. He is supposed to not have any material desire. If he has material desire, he is a duplicate, fake guru. This is everything we can spiritualize. Spiritualizing means always remembering Krishna, not to forget Krishna. That's spiritualizing. Connecting that one to Krishna, not disconnecting. Then it's spiritualized. Yes. So next Saturday it will be in Ramesh Prabhu's place, no? 5th Saturday. And the first, that is Sunday, we are going to finish off the next part of the lesson, the second part, in lesson 6. Second part, First part.
First part, part 3. First part. Disciple. Spiritual master person, disciple. Disciple.
That is part 1 or part 2? Part 1.
Prabhu.
Yes.
What is the speciality of
What is?
What is the speciality of West Bengal?
Personality of?
Speciality. West Bengal.
West Bengal.
Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared.
Krish.
Prabhupada appeared. All the acharyas, most of the acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all of them appeared there. Mayapur, Navadvip. What is the speciality?
What is the speciality of Uttar Pradesh? Krishna appeared. Many great devotees also there. Rama also appeared. There is no speciality. You understand? Krishna, Rama, they appear at their own will. They are not forced. As they like, they come. It is not that according to this rule or that rule he has to be here like that one. So we cannot say any specifically significance of that place, but that the place of their home. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whenever he comes, he is going to be there in Mayapur. Just like, what's that called? Our resort. Whenever you are having some holidays, you are going and enjoying in your resort. Like that one. Whenever Krishna comes, he is going to be there in Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarka. Whenever Chaitanya comes, he will be there in Mayapur. Whenever Rama comes, his place is Ayodhya. Isn't it? Even the Dwaraka, he was inundated completely in the ocean. When Krishna comes again, then it will come up. It's just like a lotus flower that opens and closes. The whole, this one is coming from the whole of the body. This is coming out, it is opening. When it is going to inside, it is closing. This lotus flower opening and closing. So even the distance, everything will get changed. Isn't it? So this and all, the systematic creation of Krishna. So we cannot say why he has that place as his own. You are also having your own home. You cannot go tonight, you cannot go and occupy some other home. Like that when Krishna also has their own native places like. So that's all. Cannot. Because they have their own place there, that we can say as glorious. In South India also many prominent preachers are also there in South India. Acharyas and all. Like that. In Karnataka, what is that name? Madhvacharya, and then also this Tirupati connected one. Pundarika, na?
Pushkaran.
He's talking about
Purandaradas, recent one. In Tamil Nadu also Tyagaya. So like that one, the whole Bharata Desha, that's very significant.
India.
Bharata Bhumi to haila manusya janma yara satvika kare paravapakara. Janma satvika kare paravapakara. So as a whole, India is great, glorious. Yes. The same thing, what he wants, he does. There is no particular thing. Krishna is completely Swarat. He is not dependent. He has his own ideas. Through that ideas, he wants to teach everyone some lessons. If he does something, we may question it. The same thing if he does somewhere else, there also we are going to question. Somehow he has to play his own role, isn't it? So that's all. We cannot question Krishna, but somebody else can question us. Why you are born here in this family? But we cannot put the same question to Krishna. Krishna is independent, completely independent. As his will, he appears. So there is no question, we cannot question Krishna anyway. That is his will. He wants to. Okay, that's all.
No, while preaching, this question came to me.
Preaching?
While I was preaching, Krishna comes with associates. Balarama associates. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu associates. Rama associates. But Vamana, Nrsimha, those, there is no associate. Why?
Rama is not appear just for a few seconds or for some time. Rama for his whole life, Krishna for his whole life, Chaitanya Prabhu for his own life. Vamana is not like that. He has just become to finish off one particular job. Narasimha appeared just to finish off one particular task. It is not for a long time, isn't it? If you want to have some drama on the dais, so you want so many people. But if you want to just come for second, fraction of second, then you need not bring the whole army. You understand? That's the reason. So, suppose he wants to be there for a long time and give some lessons to the public, then he needs all. Otherwise, only single task, that too for short period. So all the group need not come. Yes. Okay then? Okay? Hare Krishna, thank you very much.